into the last week of spring camp ahead of the game, do you guys feel like you're kind of ready and I guess quote unquote ready for your standards?
Yeah, I think we're where we need to be for the end of spring football. We still have some work to do to be ready, game ready, and that work is really just consistency, execution, and but overall, pleased with where we're at. I feel like we're within striking distance for sure.
Where have you seen the most progress for the offense this spring?
Kind of both of those experiences for you.
Well, overall, as the offense, I mean, I'd say everywhere. I've just seen improvement and guys getting better at every single position. And, you know, we come out one day, maybe we drop a few balls. The next day, we don't drop any. You know, we come out one day and we miss a couple blocks up front. Next day, we come back and we get those blocks. You know, same for quarterbacks. We miss a couple throws. Next day, we're back hitting those throws. And so I've just seen constant improvement and execution from every single position. And so that's what you really want. You don't really want like, oh, well, this group's getting better and the other groups aren't. You want everybody kind of rising together at the same time. And as we continue to practice and play out here every day, I'm just seeing the improvement that I think puts us in position to go in the fall and have a good season.
How do you feel about the backup offensive line right now, the reserve guys, 8 behind the starters?
Yeah, I mean, there's some guys that are taking some steps forward. They're getting better. You know, we're not where we need to be yet, but there's some guys taking some serious steps forward. So overall, I'm pleased with that group. They are improving. There's still some ways for them to go to catch up to the first group to where they're game ready to go in and win and win games. But again, I think they put themselves in position to take that step, you know, when we get to the fall.
I know the numbers are low there, scholarship-wise, scholarship bodies-wise. Do you anticipate you'll hit the portal for more guys in the spring?
Well, we're always interested in good players. So, you know, Coach Riley's, you know, basically got us in a position where we need to have that availability. So if there's players that we feel that can come help us and help us go where we want to go, and that's win championships, and certainly we're interested in that.
Justin Dedich has kind of been that swing lineman, the sixth guy these last couple years. And he's gotten, seems like a lot of reps with the first team this spring. What have you just seen from him in general?
I think up to this point, Justin may be our most consistent performer through the spring. He's done a really nice job. He is executing at a high level every day. He's playing really physical.
Say that he might be one of the few guys you can at least afford to lose?
Well, yeah, I mean, you know, yes. I mean that would be something that, you know, obviously would be an obstacle for us to overcome. But I don't even like to think about those things.
Neither do we.
Talk about sorry if they already asked, but kind of the search for depth. It was kind of a goal
Yeah,
to start a spring.
yeah, we talked about it a little bit, but I think that we got some guys that have taken some steps forward. They've got themselves in position to be someone that can be counted on in a game. If they can show the same type of improvement through fall camp and through the first few weeks of the season. So they've got themselves in position to go make that run when we get in the fall camp. So I feel good about where those guys are at least positioning themselves. You know, they've made a lot of improvement. Not where they need to be, but at least position themselves to have that opportunity to do that once we get in the fall.
And how do you balance kind of grading them out as a 5-man group versus maybe let's throw this guy in with this group of 4 and see how that's going? Like, how do you balance that out?
We've done that a few times during practice, and it's kind of funny. I think that, you know, and I told the guys this, you know, it's kind of funny that we get a second team guy and he goes there at the ones and he actually plays better than he did on the second team. I'm like, well, what's the difference? Well, the difference is that you're around guys that are communicating and maybe communicating more, and they're helping you get the right assignment. But number 2, I think sometimes guys go in there like, oh man, I'm with the ones, like I got to really step it up, pick it up. And it's like, well, if you practice that way with the 2s, maybe you would be a 1. And so, or you would have yourself in position to be the next man that goes in the game, you know, from an injury standpoint. So I think that's our challenge, that's our goal. But it's that's been good. You know, when I look at guys as a total 5, I really like the first 5 right now. Just from a standpoint of just the way they're communicating, the way they're operating together, they're all on the same page. They can come back and give me immediate feedback about what went wrong, what went right. And so when I get a group of guys that are operating like that, that gives me a pretty good comfort zone of being able to coach those guys and help them get better through the season.
At this level, is it basically that communication piece that lets you know you're watching 2s versus 1s more often than not?
You know, it sometimes is. It's a little bit of communication, a little bit of technique. You know, it's not always ability. It's just it's kind of just basic stuff. You know, knowing your assignment, knowing how to execute that assignment once you do it consistently, and so that's what separates the 2s most of the times from 1s.
You had a lot of former USC offensive linemen out here today. Do they have any special message for you guys, for your unit?
Well, I think it's just always.
Or did you get anything out of those guys?
Oh yeah, I always ask questions, you know, about, hey, what did you do? How did you block this? How did you block that? I just like listening. You know, in this game every year you learn something new, and you know, you got guys standing out here that were great players. So if you don't take that time to talk to them and take advantage of their knowledge, you know, you're really missing out on something, and you're missing out on opportunity. But it's just a real blessing for us to have some of the all-time greats that played offensive line here at USC, and it's a real blessing that they care about this place enough that they're out here, man, almost on a daily basis, supporting our guys, you know, and everyone's been super supportive, and so, you know, our job is to go put a great product on the field that can make everybody proud.
You have a good offensive line, and the passing game is kind of more established in some ways, so I'm pretty sure you guys work on the, you know, protecting him in the pocket. But what's the preparation like preparing for like the running game?
Well, I mean, we spend about equal times that each day in practice. I think, you know, by what coach calls, you know, while we're out here on the field, and what we work individually. So we're putting max time that we can in both areas of this game. Our job's not to just be good at one or the other. Our job's to be great at both, and that's what we're going to do.
Thanks.
All right, thank you.